Y'all are wondering what the heck Brian is up to today. Well, I'm out here fetching a trail camera that I haven't been able to get to all winter because the water was high and frozen over. So I gotta go get that trail camera. It's a long walk. I had to wear waders to get out here, and I figure, what the heck, I'm bringing a fishing pole. I'm gonna try to find out if there's any suckers in this creek. And the first thing I do is cross the creek here because the deer are not crossing the creek here. I picked this spot because the deer aren't going to figure out that I'm coming over into that woods on the other side of the creek there. If I cross where they cross, they're going to figure me out and then they'll cross someplace else. So this is just a tricky spot to climb down. You can see tree roots down there. I got to climb down the tree roots, cross the creek, and we'll get to the other side. Dad always said it's okay to be dumb, just don't do anything stupid. I don't know which category this falls into, but I know one thing. If he was alive, he thought there was a deer on the other side of that creek, he'd be climbing down here too. Looking here, there's just a whole bunch of big white oak trees. And then beyond there, I don't know if you can see it, there's real thick edge back in there on the interior edge of the woods. I like interior edges, and having white oak trees this close makes a dynamite spot for when the acorns are falling. Last year was no good for acorns. So they weren't feeding in here. The deer bed in the thicket, and through most of the fall, deer will move from the thicket and come through and go feed someplace else. When the acorns are falling, they stop here first. So this makes a dynamite spot for that, but also that thick edge right up there, right up through there, that's where the bucks will cruise during the rut. So early fall, I stay back and I hunt these acorns if they're falling. Later on, I get up on that edge and watch that edge. And this is where I killed my buck last year. He cruised right up that edge. See, now we're in the thicket. You see this trail here? It's right on the inside edge of this thicket. This is where these deer are moving during the day, during the rut. They're coming up through here looking for does. And they come up in through there, through this way. See, they run right up through there. Right here, here's my trail camera. And that has not sent me a picture in a few months, so batteries are dead. Folks, I'll show you what I'm fishing with today. Stopped by Dave's Sports Center and picked up some Canadian night crawlers. They got a 7-foot medium light power St. Croix fishing rod, 1000 series Daiwa spinning reel, spooled up with 8-pound test, a size 6 Aberdeen hook, and a small split shot. I think that's all we need for sucker fishing. I haven't seen any suckers yet, but we're gonna see what I got. You can see I put that night crawler on the hook. He's only, I hooked him up twice. Left a long tail out there dangling. Hopefully that's enough to entice the sucker to slurp him up. We'll find out. You can see this area here. Area of a little bit of fast water. Comes down, opens up into slower moving water into a pool. I'm gonna try fishing here. Well, I walked that whole section of creek that I had permission to fish on, and I didn't find any suckers. I'm walking back out. I'm going to go a different way on the way out because I want to see as much as possible. Whenever I'm at this farm or any other farm or on state game lands or whatever, never walk in the same way that you're going to walk out. And the reason is you want you to try to find something that maybe you would have overlooked. So I'm coming out a different way, looking for turkey tracks, maybe a shed antler, anything that make me think maybe I should hunt up this way next fall, or this spring when the gobblers are strutting. I haven't seen any turkey sign at all. So probably not coming back for turkey, but I'm still going to keep my eye out for any deer sign that I may have overlooked last fall.